Hello, investors. Welcome to another episode of our series Journey to 10 Crore by Vishal Vealth View, a community where we discuss life-changing decisions. तो आज के एपिसोड में we are not going to be doing any company analysis या फिर portfolio rows. Rather than that, we are going to be discussing the next big investment opportunity in India, data centers. तो आपको ये बात समझना पड़ेगा कि इस सेंचुरी में जैसे इंडिया और स्ट्रांग होगा, the government will try to make sure the sovereignty of the country is maintained, and to do that, they'll try to make sure the data that Indian consumers are producing is staying in India. They have done that in the past. In 2019, there was a Sri Krishna Committee report where it introduced an idea that personal copy of data needs to be stored, at least one copy of data needs to be stored in India. It does not matter if the company is operating overseas. और यहाँ पे एक बात बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान देने की है कि जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दे आर एक्चुअली स्ट्रिक्ट अबाउट देयर पॉलिसीज 2019 में देयर वाज दिस कंपनी कॉल्ड मास्टर कार्ड एंड आरबीआई हैड दिस पॉलिसी कि जितना भी फाइनेंशियल डेटा है इंडियन कंज्यूमर का it needs to be stored in Indian subcontinent. And MasterCard was not complying to this policy. And RBI just went ahead and banned them from issuing any new cards. तो given these two circumstances and एक ट्रेंड अगर आप लोग देखें कि आज से 5 से 10 साल पहले how much data you were consuming and producing and आज आप कितना डेटा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं द ट्रेंड हैज बीन सिग्निफिकेंटली डिफरेंट आज से 15 साल पहले या 10 साल पहले जब मैं रिचार्ज करा रहा था आई हैड टू पे ₹350 टू गेट 1 GB ऑफ डेटा टुडे आई यूज ऑलमोस्ट 15 GB ऑफ डेटा ऑन अ डेली बेसिस when I'm doing streaming, when I'm downloading videos, when I'm creating videos. So as we are going to progress in this century, humans are going to generate more data, and that data needs to be protected and stored. And government is going to create policies to make sure कि Indian consumers का data Indian subcontinent पे ही रह रहा है. This sets a big opportunity for us to make money. So before we start this video, investor, this is not an investment advice. Please do not invest your money in any of the stock that's listed here without doing any due diligence on your own. It's your responsibility, your money. Please take care of it. Please consider this video as only an educational video जहाँ पे आप डेटा सेंटर बिजनेस मॉडल के बारे में जान रहे हैं एंड आप अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड रिस्क फैक्टर्स के बारे में जानने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So since we have a lot to discuss, without wasting much time, let's jump into this discussion. तो आज की वीडियो is really special to me, and the reason is because I'm an engineer and I'm also from computer science background, and I've seen those data centers in real life, and I've seen how technology change human life. So trust me, guys, when I say this, those data centers, even though how boring they look, how ugly they look, how geeky they look, they can make money for us. तो अब जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि डेटा सेंटर्स एक्चुअली पैसा कैसा बनाते हैं. सोचने की बात है, एक ब्लैक बॉक्स एक कमरे के अंदर रखा हुआ है, थोड़ी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंज्यूम कर रहा है एंड आपको उससे पैसे मिल रहे हैं. वियर्ड, राइट? इट्स एक्चुअली वियर्ड, ट्रस्ट मी. So the main business model that exists in data center business is co-location. Co-location is an offering जब एक data center company कई सारे enterprise customer का data एक safe location पे store करती है and they provide cyber security on top of it and they also provide high availability of that data to these enterprise customer. यहाँ पे the data center company has to make sure they are passing certain compliances and certain checks and balances जो कि उन enterprises के लिए required है. Now this is a primary business model जिसमें Indian companies operate कर रहे हैं. They are co-location players. The second business model that comes is cloud services. Cloud services is something like Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud. It's basically when you have the physical infrastructure and you're offering some cloud services like storage or compute on top of it and offering it to the clients. तो आप लोगों ने कुछ दिन पहले एक न्यूज देखी होगी, भाविश अग्रवाल सीईओ ऑफ ओला लॉन्चिंग इट्स ओन क्लाउड. आप लोगों के दिमाग में क्वेश्चन आया होगा कि एक कैब कंपनी के सीईओ को एक क्लाउड प्रोडक्ट बना के लॉन्च करने की क्या जरूरत है. नाउ हियर मी आउट गाइस, दिस इज अ स्ट्रैटेजी जो मेजॉरिटी कंपनीज यूज करती हैं बिकॉज cloud cost is one of the primary costs for a tech company. The only players that are offering cloud services right now in a state of the art way are Google Cloud and Amazon Web Services, and they have a duopoly to some extent. And this is a way that tech companies use to cut down their costs. Flipkart has done the same. Ola is doing the same. To some extent, Facebook maintain its own data center because if they're going to use data center that's hosted by some other player, the cost for these companies is going to be really high. अब जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि इस entire cycle से what are the companies that will be benefiting and how can we make money by investing in those companies. So the primary beneficiary of this boom is going to be the companies who are offering these co-location and cloud services. but there is another chain that is going to be benefit from this entire industry. That's going to be the companies that are producing things like transformers, ACs. क्योंकि जब भी आपको एक डेटा सेंटर सेटअप करते हैं, it requires a huge amount of electricity and it also requires a huge amount of coolant. And the chips produce a huge amount of heat, so you need AC to make the entire facility cool. So these companies are bound to benefit, companies like Voltas, companies like Cummins. बट आपको ये भी समझना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पे एक इनहेरिटेंट रिस्क भी इन्वॉल्व है. व्हेन यू आर ट्राइंग टू सेट अप ए डेटा सेंटर कंपनी या फिर यू आर ट्राइंग टू सेट अप ए डेटा सेंटर बिजनेस, द प्राइमरली रिस्क्स आर द लोकेशन. यू नीड योर रियल एस्टेट इन अ लोकेशन जहाँ पे कोई भी नेचुरल कैलामिटी ना आए, बिकॉज यू वांट अ डेटा सेंटर टू बी अप एंड रनिंग 24 आवर्स 365 डेज. आपको एक ऐसी जगह चाहिए पड़ेगी जहाँ पे आपको प्रॉपर पावर कनेक्शन 24 आवर्स मिल पा रहा है. And you also want that real estate and land at a relatively cheaper price, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा केपेक्स आपको डेटा सेंटर सेटअप करने में लैंड में ही देना पड़ेगा. So considering all these factors, there are only a few locations where we can set up data centers in India. As of now, primarily the cities where data centers are present in India are Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Gurgaon. And these cities are going to see rise of more data centers in the coming years. Now, before I talk about how I am playing this bet right now, मैं पहले बताना चाहूंगा how I have lost almost 6 lakh rupees while trying to play this bet 2 years ago. So there was this company called Varanium Cloud. इसका IPO 2021-20 के आसपास हुआ था. And I invested in this company. It was a like penny stock kind of a stock. And मुझे लगा काफी interesting story है because their profit numbers were good. They were giving out reports on a quarterly basis, but I was not able to do the due diligence in a proper way to see if everything is set up on ground. And this company was a fraud. The CEO just pumped and dumped the entire company, and SEBI later banned him from being director of any company. So that's why I'm recommending you, investors, please do not listen to any influencer, even influencers like me, because not everyone knows everything in this world. And you only are playing with information that's available to you through the sources. So try to do your due diligence as much as possible before investing your money, because that's the only way you can keep your money safe. Now let's talk about how I'm trying to play this bet right now. So as of now, there are already players who hold more than 70-80% of the market in India for data center business. But there are new players coming in क्योंकि demand supply काफी mismatched है. अगर आप देखें, India is the biggest country population wise, and we will be the biggest country data production wise and data consumption wise as well. And majority of the data center जो exist करते हैं, अगर आप top 20 countries की भी list देखेंगे तो India is not even in top 20 in number of data center that set up on land. तो इससे आपको एक कॉम्प्रिहेंशन मिलेगा कि व्हाट्स द स्केल इन विच दिस इंडस्ट्री कैन बूम. एंड एज द कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट चेंजेस, आपको रियलाइज होगा कि यूएस में डेटा सेंटर सेटअप करना ज्यादा कॉस्टली पड़ रहा है, या फिर यूरोप में डेटा सेंटर होस्ट करना ज्यादा कॉस्टली पड़ रहा है. दोज डेटा सेंटर्स विल आल्सो स्टार्ट मूविंग टू इंडिया एंड स्टार्ट मूविंग इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स डेटा ऑन इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट. तो इस रीजन की वजह से देयर इज अ गुड स्टोरी दैट कैन प्ले आउट एंड वी कैन मेक मनी हियर. तो एज ऑफ नाउ आई एम ट्राइंग टू प्ले दिस बेट थ्रू अ स्मॉल कंपनी कॉल्ड Anantraj. Now you have to understand this company is not involved in data center at all. I cannot say that right now because they have been venturing into this space. They are a traditional real estate company. They build houses, they build buildings, and they sell it to consumers. And that was their primary generation of cash flow in past almost 5, 10, 15 years. And this company is now venturing into data center business. As per the latest transcript of this company, they have already started co-location services at multiple data centers that they own. And they're also venturing into their cloud space. And you have to understand, as soon as they build their own cloud infrastructure and they are going to provide those services, the profit margins is just going to skyrocket. And as per the commentary that's coming out, they have also done that. And now they'll be expanding that business altogether in the coming years. One factor that matters to me in this company is the debt to equity ratio for this company. This company is not heavily leveraged. That means they can maintain some amount of debt to expand. And setting up this data center business for this company is going to take a capital of around 4,000 crores. And they are planning to raise this capital through a public issuance in which 100 crore is going to be invested by the CEO of the company, Mr. Ashok Sarin, I think so. And 3,900 crore are going to be raised from the public market. अगर हम कंपनी की गाइडेंस को देखें फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर गोल कि हाउ मच आर दे प्लानिंग टू एक्सपैंड इन नेक्स्ट 4 to 5 years, so Anantraj is planning to expand almost to 307 megawatt in 4 to 5 years, and current capacity is less than 50 megawatt. So there is almost an expansion of 6x in 4 to 5 years in data center business. Now, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि इनका रेवेन्यू 6x हो जाएगा, बिकॉज आज भी इनका रेवेन्यू पार्शली इज मिक्स्ड विद the real estate projects that they're doing, which is for housing, and the data center business that they're trying to build. So the new venture that they're building, I think, has more profitability, and the margins are going to be better than the traditional real estate for business for housing. So the guidance that company is giving कि market कितना available है for next 3 to 4 years in terms of expanding in only the major cities of India. And they are saying that it can expand almost up to 2x or 2.5x in next 4 or 5 years in these 6 cities. आप पूरे इंडिया को तो छोड़ ही दीजिए. So I think this is a conservative assumption कि इन 6 cities के अंदर ही data consumption and capacity requirement is going to be going 2x or 3x in next 4 or 5 years. अगर हम इनके लेटेस्ट प्रोडक्ट के बारे में बात करें, which was Ashok Cloud, their own cloud infrastructure that they're providing. They're talking about the stages at which this project is right now, and it's only at infrastructure as a service stage, and they're doing a collaboration with Orange Business. Now you have to understand that Anant Raj does not know how to run a data center or manage a data center or provide cloud services, and that's where the partnership from Orange Business or other partnership will come into play. So that's it for today's episode, guys. If you enjoyed this video, do leave a like, subscribe to this channel because it helps support our community. And bye bye. Happy investing. See you around.